Alrighty, I am back from being away for several days, and my last video update I was pulling out some of the 3x3x3 corners from the tumbler because some of them are taking damage, and I think that the issue, because the three spikes on them are so thin compared to the rest of the piece, they're getting pushed by other pieces against either the center portion of the bowl or maybe the bottom, maybe the outside, but they're getting pushed by other pieces, and that's forcing them sometimes to bend or break. So what I need to do is I need to pull them out of the bowl, and I was running the tumbler and picking them out one by one manually, and that was going really slow, and even after about 2 hours of pulling them out, I only got probably a little bit more than half of them. And so I figured I'd also pull out the cores while I'm at it, because there's no need to tumble these. So instead of running the tumbler and pulling them out manually, I'm going to scoop them out and screen the grit, and then pull them out manually. The issue with doing something like this is that there's going to be a lot of dust coming off of this bowl, and it's going to be a lot of work. Plus, I don't want to just scoop my glass into the grit, because I'm worried that any 3x3x3 corners that I do happen to catch I could break, because they're also, they're so weak. So I'm going to have to be pretty careful in screening this. And I kind of need to wear this and turn on my air filters while I do this. So I'm not really going to be able to speak much during this video, but that's just for dust protection purposes. So I'm going to turn on my air filters. They make a little bit of noise, and I'm going to get working on this. Okay. Well, even after running the tumbler for almost 2 hours with a vacuum, a huge amount of dust still came off. You can see it just piled up. This is not grit, this is nylon powder that's been worn. You can see it just piled up everywhere. It's all over my arms and all that. Which is, without these air filters, it just goes absolutely everywhere in my apartment. And even with the air filters, it still sort of gets all over me, my shirt, all over my kitchen. So it's absolutely a requirement that you wear the gas mask if you're going to do this. And these filters, I changed them out just like a month ago, and they start out pure white, and they turn black. So that gives you an idea of how much grit and gunk is being inhaled if you don't wear this. I think I got all of the cores. I didn't see any additional cores. I saw obviously quite a few additional 3x3x3 corners. I could pull out all of these pieces that stick into the cores. They don't have any external showing part. They stick into the cores. It's going to take a long time to do it, and it's completely unnecessary to do it at this point. So I'll do it when I have to change these over to fine grit, because changing over to fine grit takes a lot more time because I have to get every single little bit of coarse grit out of these pieces, which takes a long time. So I'll have a chance to pull out, and there's a core, I'll have a chance to pull all those pieces out at that stage. So I think at this point all that's really left to do is just put these pieces back in the tumbler. And then I have a bunch of grit and pour the grit back in while the tumbler's going, and I should be able to put back 100% of the grit that I had without having to worry about the right amount. So I'll go get this started, and I think I'll be able to go without tumbling the 3x3x3 corners, which I think that I'm going to do in their own batch, all by themselves, so they're not interfering or being interfered with by other pieces. So that's that. I'm going to clean up this mess now and get this tumbler going.